The wife of King Gendry Baratheon, Princess Erin Martell, dies. After she arrives at King's Landing, King Bronn is blamed by the Dornish of her death. The king arrives with 1,000 riders at the Golden Tooth and joins the army of Lord Arthur Ambrose. When they arrive at Casterly Rock, King Reginald Lannister takes off his crown and put it at King Bronn's feet. The castle falls. Edmure Tully is secretly killed by King Bronn and Reginald is accused for his death. Bronn orders the sack of the castle. Reginald Lannister is dragged in front of everyone. King Bronn personally executes him. Lady Margot Lannister is sent to the Silent Sisters to face the same fate Lady Rohan and her sister Syrell faced. After the massacre, King Bronn takes a new banner for himself, with both the Tarbeck and Rhyen arms, wildfire and an arrow representing the start of King Bronn's career, a green crown with 7 dots representing the 7 kingdoms. The background have yellow representing the gold tongue and claws of House Rhyen and the blue color of House Tarbeck. King Bronn orders Lord Arthur Ambrose to assemble the army and ride at Lannisport. The Westerlands have fallen under House Rhyen and Tarbeck, a frightening sight for the Westerlanders, the previous prisoners of the battle near of Reveron. As Lord Robert Glover, Wylis Manderly and Titus Blackwood is sent to the capital, plus Lady Roslyn and her son Hoster Tully. The king will deal with them later. Lord Alan Ashford's forces overrun Sunspear's garrison easily. Lord Ashford finds the aged Morian Martell. He personally signs Dorne's surrender and recognition of King Bronn's reign. Now the Riverlands, Westerlands, the Vale Dorne and the Stormlands are all under King Bronn's authority, plus the Reach and the Crownlands. A rider arrives and tells Morian Martell that a significant Dornish force at Salt Shore, led by Tremond Gargalan, is in open defiance. Lord Alan Ashford orders the immediate assembly of his entire army to crush this rebellion. In the Westerlands, King Bronn personally engage of sacking Lannisport. The order is to kill anyone with the name Lannister. When King Bronn arrives at the capital, leaving Arthur Ambrose in charge of the Westerlands, and with the arrival of Lady Roslyn Tully and the other noblemen, Bronn of House Rhyen and Tarbeck summon Gendry Baratheon and Podrick Payne with many of the Westerosi lords and ladies present. Have 3 sons, Tyrion, Podrick and Jaime. I just got news that my lady Tala Tali got a girl. Her name is after my mother Rohan. She will marry your son Hoster when they come of age. Lady Roslyn accepts and asks what's to be done to Tywin Frey. Every lord waits for Bronn's response. Bronn orders the guards to bring in the Falls Lord Tywin Frey before them. Tywin Frey sees the defeated commanders of the 7 kingdoms, Gendry, Podrick, Robin, Arryn and more, their weapons, crowns as trophies. He knows that Bronn is not to be messed around with, especially after what he did to the Lannisters. Tywin asks for forgiveness but Bronn doesn't answer. He asks his mother, my lady Rohan, what's to be done with this traitor. Lady Rohan says that the Freys betrayed Robb, they betrayed Sansa and their liege Lord Edmure. They cannot be trusted and will never be loyal. The biggest mistake King Bran did make was not to kill or exile them. Bronn says out loudly, in the name of King Bronn of House Rhyen and Tarbeck, first of my name King of the Andals and the first men, I sentence you to die. Lord Robert Glover, you shall have the honor. Gladly, your grace. Tywin Frey shouts mercy mercy but gets none. King Bronn orders the execution of all 500 Frey prisoners. Everyone is in shock, but justice is served. King Bronn gains the name Bronn the Ruthless. Jasper, Arryn, Hoster Tully and Orys Baratheon are all wards in King's Landing. To secure their father's loyalty, young Hoster Tully is named Lord of Reveron. Once again the Trout banner will rule the Riverlands. Gendry Baratheon is asked to relinquish all his rights as Lord of Storm's End and abdicated to his young son Orys Baratheon. Sir Wylis Manderly and Lord Robert Glover, your Queen Sansa is dead, and your fellow Northman Lord Arnulf Carlan Stark is named Warden of the North. He's currently marching to Winterfell and plans the fall of the Bolton King, plus driving the Ironborn out of your lands. If you both bend the knee and complete your mission, House Manderly will get Castle Derry now that House Derry are extinct and Lancel Lannister is dead. Robert Glover, what about House Glover, he asks. Gave you Tywin Frey and you will get Deepwood Motte back, aren't that enough? Both the lords bends the knee. Lord Blackwood and Bracken is ordered to be freed and stand forward. King Bronn commands them to end their rivalry. He orders that all the disputed lands between them will be granted to House Bracken. Lord Titus is not pleased but fears the consequences. King Bronn named Lord Blackwood the new Lord of the Dreadfort once the Boltons are defeated. House Blackwood were exiled from the north in ancient times and shall once again return. Some of the Vale Lords who lost their lands to the Mountain clans, as House Grafton, House Corbray, House Ruthermont, House Templeton, House Tollett and others, want to express their disapproval, but decided not to after Tywin Frey and his men's execution. Meanwhile the former Lannister fleet joins the Redwyne Hightower fleet and invade the Iron Islands. 10,000 men stay in the Riverlands and the Westerlands to keep the king's peace. The other 10 joined Lord Redwyne. Pike is under siege. Back to the north, Lord Arnulf Carlan Stark sent his eldest son Cregan with 10,000 men to Flint's Finger in hope of subduing their lands. Lord Arnulf arrives at Moat Cailin. The commander surrenders. The castle falls under his command and he marches right through it on his way to Winterfell. The rule of House Carlan Stark is about to begin. Previous to these events, Queen Sansa Stark left Greywater Watch with the remaining Queen's Guard, and 100 Reed men commanded by Errol Snow.